One of the main focus of the video though is for us to be able to emphasize strictly on how to train hard, because I feel like a lot of the times people tend to not go as hard as they necessarily feel that they think that they are. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like you get these people that'll go in and train, they're like, man, I felt like that workout, you know, I blew through the workout. Well, if that's the case, you didn't train hard enough. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make these workouts as optimal as possible. So, oh shit, I felt that one. The intensity of the training is what allows us to grow and make change within the physique. Once again, if you're not pushing yourself hard enough, you're not gonna see the change in your body. You may see a little bit, especially for newbies. But for someone that's an experienced lifter and you've been doing this for quite some time and you're still training like a little pussy, then you get half-assed results. So just keep in mind is that you have to be able to push. You have to make sure that you're forcing the change. Force yourself to grow. See guys, I'm focusing on the stretch and the contraction. We're moving a full range of motion here. That's gonna be crucial, honestly, for any body part that we train, because you have to be able to work the muscle from like its full length all the way to the contraction. I'll see a lot of people that tend to half rep this, you know, and they're selling themselves short. You wanna make sure you're doing everything right. Number one, it minimizes the risk of injury. Number two, you're maximizing the load on that muscle as well. This next one coming over is what I would consider set number one. So now we're gonna do 3 working sets with each exercise that we do today. And then, like as you see, you know, I'm getting a full range. I'm getting a full stretch, full contraction. I'm really feeling it. I'm thinking in my mind where I'm looking to put most of the pressure, drive those elbows back and squeeze my lats as hard as I can. So we've done our 2 working sets. This is gonna be the last working set, making it 3. With this one, I've increased the weight, the load, but I'm gonna push it to failure. I like to be able to push at least that last set to failure, so I've given it a way to where I can think that I'm gonna get 10, but if I go beyond that, it's okay. If I go under, it's also okay. It's just, I like to make sure that I'm getting shit done right. See, that's failure. I think those last couple reps I was only able to go halfway, so you know that's what we want. We want to make sure that we literally give it our all. You know, work for that shit. Force the body to change. I can't emphasize that enough, honestly. I think one of the major keys is, guys, is you want to be able to work with intent. You know, and I feel like this is a key, honestly, in life itself. You know, because when you have intent behind the action, then we're truly getting something out of it, right? So it's like, you make sure, like I said, when you come in, you lift, you have that strong mind to muscle connection. That is the intention right there, because you're able to think it and see it through. And through that, we can literally grow your physique, and just like, it's like a sculpture, you know, and that's how you have to really kind of think about training. Of course, you train with intensity, you know, you train hard, you make sure you're really fucking shit up, you know, but from there, it also has to be controlled as well. You know, I love the way like Branch and Johnnie train, you know, because they train like absolute savages. These guys are insane. But I like to kind of have a mixture of both, you know? Train with that savagery, but at the same time, it's like controlled savagery. right, so that was set number 1 for me. Probably pack on 1 or 2 more plates. Again, I'm trying to keep my rep range here. This is my secondary back day. So I tend to keep the rep range between 8 and 10 with each working set. I'm not gonna go like all out. Like on the first training day, that's whenever I'll do some of the extracurricular stuff. I'll throw in some of the drop sets and, you know, do things of that nature, kind of push even more beyond. And then this one is just to be able to get in that extra volume, still pushing yourself, obviously. That's gonna be the major key. You gotta come in and work. Don't come in and lollygag. Don't call this the light work day. Fuck no. This is the work day, period. Intensity still remains high as fuck. But yeah, so like you guys notice, my major thing is for you guys to see how the fuck I'm doing this. You know, make sure you can, if there's anybody you can emulate through this training, it's me. Because I know for a fact that my form is always on fucking point. You know, so if you want someone, you want to be able to show somebody some shit, this is where it's at. You're gonna look at this training and be like, all right, I can train like this guy. And you're gonna learn how to do it the right way. Notice with that last set there, it was like around 6 or 7 reps, 6 or 7, face started to kind of cringe up. I'm biting deeper into my lip. Matter of fact, like the inside of my lip is totally eaten up, because when I'm training heavy, I don't wear a mouth guard, but I do like that. So it's like, you see that in my face, it's like an ugly face, don't get me wrong. But that's when you know you're digging deep. Most people, to the untrained individual, they're gonna quit there. They're gonna feel like, oh shit, this just got really fucking hard. I don't wanna push past this. But those are the last reps right there where you make the difference. That's where you grow, that's where you get better. So you gotta force yourself to dig in there, love the pain, love that shit. Go in there and look for it, because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for it to hurt just like that. You know, and then I'm gonna go 2 more. All right. So these are the sets you really gotta mentally prepare yourself for, because I know it's gonna be heavy. Whew. Oh. Oh. Hey. Oh. 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 Ooh. Whew. Execution. Oh. Oh. Hey. Oh. 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 Whew. I didn't waste my time getting into too many warm-up sets here. You know, the warm-up sets I save for that initial exercise. Once you get past that, you don't want to waste a lot of time getting into what I call junk volume. So If you need it, of course, be able to set yourself up, understand where you're going to be moving into. But past that point, you want to almost get in as much as you can. Maybe 1 warm-up set, 2 maximum, get into those workloads. But if you notice when I'm here, I'm coming down, I'm getting a full stretch. I'm letting it hang, and I'm not jerking up. I'm allowing that elbow to pull back and using the lats to be able to pull the weight up. That's what you want, and this is where honestly straps come into play. So, because it's gonna allow you to move past your natural boundary of what your hand can handle, right? Your grip is usually gonna give out way before the actual muscle is. So, I like to use straps for these kind of exercises. This is a set where you say, fuck it, you're gonna keep going and push a little bit more. Because I was gonna stay content with that 130, it felt really good, but the energy's high. If I fall short of my reps, so be it. I'm gonna go. Push past failure there. Just got a couple force reps in. Whew, take a few deep breaths. Let's try to match it on the other side. Oh shit. I felt that one. Woo! Yep. All right, so with this exercise, we're gonna go wide grip. So you can obviously go here, you can go here. We're gonna choose here. Wanna keep the elbows out wide, and this is where we're gonna focus on that mid-back. You know, something similar to this exercise can be like the seal row, the barbell bent over row, but what I like about this most is using the pad, is we're able to focus and drive our elbows up and really kind of get more out of our backs. Because when you're doing something like a compound movement like bent over row, you know, there's total body English involved. You know, there's a lot of things that, of course, it's a very, very good exercise. But I feel like if we're looking to isolate the back more, then doing things like this is gonna help a lot more. Especially even for newbies as well, because it takes away a lot of that, I don't know, the inability to have tight form. Because if you don't have tight form with the bent over row, you're pretty much gonna fuck yourself. All right, last one. That was not easy, man. Honestly, with this is where you start to dig deep, you know, because that was not easy. Not a single set here was easy, you know. But again, it's like I focus on perfect form and working through that so that I'm able to use the muscle that I'm looking for. You know, anybody can go do this, start throwing some weight around, but I mean, what are you really doing? You know, you engage more bicep. You know, throughout this whole exercise, the whole training session rather, my biceps they're a tiny bit pumped, but you see some people, their biceps are more pumped than their back. You know, because it's a lot of ego lifting. Through this, there's no ego lifting. One thing you want to keep in mind, guys, is that you're going to build strength over time. When you do it right, that muscle is going to get stronger. You're going to get better. You're going to see the difference in your physique. Of course, with nutrition aside, making sure that both go hand in hand. and you're on point with them both, then you'll be able to see the maximum benefits. But when you train, this is, like I mentioned before, this is how you want to train, because this is what's gonna make you your best. All right, so we're at the tail end of the back workout here. I like to use this at either the beginning or the end, more so either as a warm-up or like as a finisher. And then, you know, what we want to be able to do is just look at isolating everything. If you notice, I'm coming down, I'm squeezing down on my quads and really engaging my lats there at the bottom. So it's just something that we can kind of finish your back off in a different way without, again, really without removing the biceps, so we can just focus strictly on the lats here. That is the wrap for today's workout. I want you guys to keep in mind is, at the end of the day, consistency is all that matters. Keep coming in, giving it your all. Work hard, push yourself, all right? You want to see change within yourself, you got to be the one to take action and make that change happen. It starts today, it starts here, right now. Let's get it.